Good evening, everybody. Say it ain't so, Joe. Uh, am I just dreaming? Am I in some alternate universe? Go get a drink, go get a coffee, go get a Kool-Aid. I'm gonna have a coffee and a smoke. Come hang out with the truth serum. Let's see what the heck is going on in America. Can't make this up. You can't make this up, Joel Gold. Just you can't make this up. You think you're just making up craziness, but it's actually what's going on. So who's this twisted tampon Tim Walz? Uh, Here's a thought. Let's put tampons in the boys' rooms in the fourth grade elementary schools. Yeah, that's a nice thought. Now, you talk about radical. We thought Kamala Harris was radical. This is beyond the definition of radical, my good people. This so Minneapolis, where this Tim Walz comes from, sanctuary state, freak show, the leader, and all that goofy, what, all that stuff, all the freaks and everything. You go there because everybody else moved out. Everybody else moved out, and all the illegal immigrants moved in. Well, if you're an illegal immigrant, how about this? We'll give you cash. You don't know how to drive? We'll give you a driver's license. You need some free health care? Step right up. Spend a buck, try your luck, get in on the game, because Tim Walz has no shame. And you need some free college? Step right up. They took a big, huge surplus they had, and they went into the red ink. Who would have thought that? So they wanted to raise taxes on the normal, hardworking people of that state, and then most of them said, "Nah, bye, rot on the vine." Then he shows up on the ticket for Kamala Harris. How come this good-looking Josh Shapiro, good speaker, good thinker, even though he's for the other side, he was impressive, this Josh Shapiro. Quite impressive. Uh-oh, he's Jewish. Mm-hmm. Isn't Kamala Harris's husband Jewish? What's going on here? But they're all they're all Israel haters. They hate God, they hate Jesus, they're Marxist devil demons. So, and remember the good old riots in Minneapolis? He didn't call in the National Guard till 5 days later. You know what they got on video? His wife, complete. I don't even know what to call her. I'm pretty crafty with words, but she's just a twirly whirl. She gets on a webcast and she says, "It was lovely. I had the window open and I could smell the burning rubber sitting in my mansion, and I smelled that fire and smoke in the air, and it was a touchstone moment." She's romanticizing it. These two are completely Dumb and Dumber. Yeah. They let it burn. And by the way, folks, all those small business owner shops there, all the small were mostly owned by blacks. So yeah, let all the black businesses burn. Tim Walz. Yeah, let them all burn. They still haven't recovered yet. All the mom and pop shops and everything else, ransack them all, burn them all down, and they're gone forever. It's a sanctuary state. Taxpayers pay their money to support all this crazy insanity. She picks Kamala Harris. Well, she didn't pick them. It was Soros or Obama or somebody else. Kamala Harris didn't pick anybody. That giggling hyena. She didn't. It wasn't her. She said, "Oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo." the the globalists, told Obama, tell her we're gonna just get the two most radical politicians ever to grace the soil of America, and they're running for president and vice president. Unbelievable. So they got all the blacks at the rallies. Yay, yay, yay. They don't talk about any policies. It's just all fluff. She hasn't done an interview. She hasn't spoke on any policies. Then this nitwit talks about J.D. Vance, this bum, this little scaredy cat, Tim Walz. His platoon was getting ready to get called into the war. He fled. Oh, the big old jolly football coach. Yeah. The big old jolly green giant. Yeah. Tim Walz. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a punk. Oh, you gotta go into war. He fled. J.D. Vance went in. He went in. I'd like to see a steel cage match between J.D. Vance and this guy. Ooh. So, yeah, how can you run a campaign, these Democrats, absolutely not talking about any policies, anything of any tangible issues? It's just word salads. That's all it is. Just word salads. They're calling J.D. Vance weird. They're the weirdos. Look at what's going on. Look at their newscasters. That's a freak show. That's CNN and the Democrats. There's a total freak show. But they just committed political suicide because they were going to try to get the independent votes to sway this or that. This is beyond what I think. There should be smart enough people, especially in the swing states, that had enough, because they're going to see for the next 3 months on video, over and over again, what does Tim Walz? We already know Kamala's a scrub. We already know she's got all devastation in her wake. Well, look at the borders. She's supposed to be the borders are. So there's all devastation in Kamala Harris's wake. And then when you look at Tim Walz, there's all devastation in his wake and perverted things they passed into law. If you holler at your child and tell them, you're Billy, don't wear a dress to school. You're a boy, Billy. Oh, they can remove the child. They passed legislation in Minneapolis. You can't tell your child if it's a boy or a girl what to wear. It's not your right. And if you try, they can remove your child from your household and charge you with some goofy crime. Is this the United States of America? Somebody wake me up. Somebody. Oh, what happened? Woo, boy. Never thought there'd come a day when you'd actually see these people. It'd be so. It would be so surprising or unreal if one of them was running for mayor or city council member. It would be unbelievable. I don't know. I got notes. I can't even think straight. But yeah. So every time Kamala Harris's ratings go up, the stock market drops. Because the optimism of Apple, Amazon, Walmart, they're thinking, hold on a minute. This country will go straight into a depression. We got to sell. We got to sell out. There have to be a big sell-off in the stock market. Oh gosh, it looks like she's doing good in the ratings. Hello, yeah, E.F. Hutton, Merrill Lynch, sell everything I got. Sell everything I got. Yeah, Kamala rised up in hair. This country's going to go into a depression. Let me take my money out and put it under my mattress. Buffett sold half of his stock of Apple. You think this Buffett knows something that we don't know? He sold half of his stock off of Apple. These are these billionaire, these trillionaire globalist guys that are in the know. And I'll say it again, the stock market will continue. It'll lose 500, it'll lose 500, it'll lose 300. Oh, it'll gain 4, and then it'll lose 5, it'll lose 4, it'll lose 3, then it'll gain 3, and then the volume's going to be done. There's going to be nothing left to the stock market but a carcass. And the closer the election nears, 90-something days, and as long as Kamala Harris's approval ratings are up, stock market goes down. Because hyperflation, housing costs, energy costs, gas costs. This is easy stuff. This is just easy. This is easy stuff. Then who she put on the ticket? Well, who did Obama? Obama put him on the ticket. This bum from a sanctuary state. Let all the illegal immigrants come in. Free college, free health care, free driver's license. Wow. And free voting card. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, folks. And who do they let in through the border? What now? They got so many different pockets of these terrorist cells coming into America. You haven't seen the damage. Oh, there's been murders. There's been a lot of tragic accidents from all the illegal crazies coming through the border. You haven't seen anything yet. God forgive me. God forgive me. God forgive me. You got terrorist cells coming in from the most violent terrorist groups around the world. They got an open door coming to America. By the way, we'll hook you up in a hotel. You could clean your weapons off there. Yeah. You could shine your rifles. You could shine your rifles up, sit down. They'll give you a room service too. Come into America. Yeah. The door's open. Come on in. And you're going to see what they got planned. There's already enough blood on Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's hands. There's already. But God forbid, if they don't get that border closed and get find all those illegals and get them out, this country is doomed. It's doomed. It's finally going to come to fruition where propaganda and media control a population's mind, whacked out Democrats. I'm a Democrat historically, but not anymore. I'm a Republican now because there's a Republican that's got a brain. And you'll never see this country They've been waiting since 1940s and 1950s for this opportunity. And it all comes in play in the year 2024 in 3 months. They've been trying to get this curveball over the plate for decades. Donald Trump tried to stop it. They rigged the election. He stopped it. He cleaned the swamp. The country was doing great. The globalists and demons didn't like it. He's running again. Biden blinks out in a debate. Next thing you know, they're taking shots at Donald Trump. This is easy stuff. This is very, very, very easy stuff. So, Joe Biden just sitting it out. They got their radical in. And while people committing all them crimes in the riots in Tim Walz's Minneapolis, Minnesota, they weren't getting charged. They were here while that was going on. See these two relationship? You see this Mutt and Jeff, this Kamala and Tim? They're committing all the crimes, and then if they got charged with anything, they just got all released because Kamala said, no cash bail. Murdering, arsonists, assaults, craziness, no cash bail. Now, these two psychopaths end up on an election ticket, presidential election ticket, two of the most psychopathic radicals in the United States of America politics, California, Minnesota. Here they show up. These Marxists and these globalists have been waiting since the 40s and 50s to try to get this through. Two scumbags like them. Two scumbags. You watch this bum, Tim, and Kamala talk. They're just talking generalities, word salads, and they're all clapping. Those retards are clapping. Yeah, well, what are your policies? What are your policies? She comes from the school of Obama. And we're going to try to do this. Yeah. And the border. Yeah. And no, they don't talk. Yeah. And I saw J.D. Vance. And yeah. And, you know, and yeah. So Obama schooled her in that. Obama schooled her with the hands. She slows her dialogue. She slows her sentences up like Obama. She's a puppet robot. They passed her around like a joint once upon a time in America. Here she shows up to be the president. Now, they ixnayed Josh Shapiro because even though he's a Democrat, he's a thinker. More brains than they've seen over there on that side in quite a spell. He was too much of a thinker. And I have to be honest, he sounded halfway fine compared to these scumbags. So the word come down from Soros to Obama and said, no, he's too smart. He's too smart. He'll take everything over. He's too smart. Plus, he's a Jew. He's out of the question. Let's see, who else do we got? We got this Tim Walz over there with this sanctuary state. Yeah, he wants little boys to have tampons in their school bathrooms. Yeah. If a little boy tells his mother he wants to be a girl and the mother says no, then the mother could get charged. Let all the immigrants in. Bankrupted the state. The state budget had a surplus. Or wiped it right out. His military record, the jolly old high school coach, and yeah, blah, 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 military record. Well, listen, Tim, you got to get shipped off to war. No, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. You know why they don't talk about policies in their campaigns? Because everything they ever touched turned to shit. But you're going to see it on Fox and all the media. And you don't think if Donald Trump gets a chance, Kamala ain't done an interview in 17 days or something. So they're going to do the old hide, just like Joe Biden hid in the basement. And they're just going to do the less interviews you do, the best, because it worked. It worked when Biden won. So the less you say, they could do their little pep rallies and just talk gibberish. So the less you say, because if an interviewer, a legitimate interviewer, going to ask them questions. What about inflation? What about the World War III that's getting ready to start? What about housing costs? What about everything else under the sun that's collapsing? No. They're just rocking over there. Go Kamala, go Kamala, go Kamala. They're just rocking. These Democrats are the most retarded nitwits to walk the planet of Earth. They think they're going to get the black vote just because they think it's see, they're trying to do all this diversity and all this other stuff and all that. They're going to lose the black vote. They've insulted the blacks and manipulated the black population so many times. Those battleground states, they're not going to be layups anymore. They've seen that trick before. So the black population's like, nah, we've seen that a few times with Sleepy Joe. You're going to have to try something else, Kamala. We've seen that one before. Now who do you bring in? Tampon Tim? Twisted Tampon Tim Walz from that crazy, whacked out radical state, Minnesota? Where they're letting little boys be girls and putting tampons in boys' bathrooms in school. And if the parents don't go along with it, that's child abuse. Gender bending bullshit. You'll find out who Tim Walz is. You'll find out. Because there's still 3 months. And everybody in America is going to know and maybe snap out of it. And because they're going to need a couple of those Democrats. They're going to need a couple of those Democrats to go, nah, we're going the other way. Does anybody use common sense and logic? These Democrat voters, they ain't the richest people. They ain't the most wealthy demographic. So they're cheering and cheering and cheering. They know the cost of living's gone up every time they go to the store, every time they go to the gas station, every time they pay taxes. They know all this stuff. Why do they refuse to acknowledge it? And they're just cheering. Go Kamala. Why are they cheering? Somebody check that voting base. Check their IQ. What are they, just nitwits? I'd like to believe that some of them will snap out of it and go, whoa, 4 more years? We're already broke and tapped out. Hold on. Listen, honey, I thought about this. Nah, we're going to have to vote for Trump. Remember we went on vacation that time when Trump was president? Yeah. Now we're eating freaking bologna sandwiches, honey. Nah, what are we, stupid? Are we retarded, honey? I'm voting for Donald Trump. Wow. What's up, Tara? They call him Twisted Tampon Tim. How the hell are you putting tampons in boys' bathrooms in elementary school? What is that? That's beyond radical. That's perverted, demonic, whatever that is. They put them on the ticket. Frank. Wow. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Good one, Frank. So I don't even know. I don't even know. What you're realizing, folks, in America is a historical moment that is either gonna make or break the United States of America. This experiment, known since 1776, whether it could overcome and survive radical socialist, Marxist, communists. They've tried many times before, but now they're taking shots, bullets coming at Trump. They will do anything. We don't even want to hear about they new evidence about the assassination attempt. New evidence that ship's already sailed. What more do you got to know? I said it way back before that Iran was involved. They're connecting the dots. I said way before on my little old channel. If I was a mafia boss, my family wouldn't have got snuck. No, I'd be a very good strategist. I'd be a very good strategist. Holy cow! I'm afraid to look at my notes. Oh my gosh! What else? Yeah, you guys already know. You guys already know. So that's Twisted Tampon Tim Walz. The craziest radical governor that ever walked on American soil. Hooks up with the psycho Kamala Harris from California. A marriage made in heaven. The honeymoon is over. They're hot, they're partying. Yeah. The honeymoon is over. Because all them people at those rallies, when they leave the rallies, they go to the gas station and they're like, damn. Geez, we were just cheering for them, honey. Jeez. Yeah, but now, honey, we're only at the gas station now, but we still got to go to the grocery store. Wow. You still got any money left on that credit card? Yeah, I don't know, a couple dollars. Oh, geez. Well, did you pay the taxes yet? Nah, I don't. Well, they might repossess the house then. Were we just cheering for these people, honey? Were we just cheering for these Marxists? Were we just cheering, honey? Are we victims of the Stockholm Syndrome, where we fall in love with our oppressors? Wow. The dumbing down of America. It's all coming into play. Going back 40 years ago, I wrote a paper in college. My professor said, very interesting. Well, it's happening November 2024. 40 years later, it's happening. I seen their little cutie pie tricks 40 years ago. The more Kamala's ratings go up, the more the stock market's going to crash. Oh, Tara, they're donating. They got the actors on there. They're all, yeah, they got the actors donating, and don't go ahead, donate all you want. They're donating all this and that. They got 50 times more money, campaign money, than Donald Trump. And Donald Trump's talking to 50,000 people. They're in gyms. They're in gymnasiums. Oh, they went to Temple. Oh, they went to Temple University. Yeah. Another one of those woke Bush League colleges. But guess what, Temple? if Donald Trump gets elected and you got all these transgender woke policies, you don't get any federal funds. So rot on the vine, rot. No federal funding for all your transgender woked up rainbow silliness. Sorry. The country can use the extra money than giving financial aid to these whacked out schools. You want to work at your factory and then tax money goes to these places? I'm sure you're happy about that. So if he doesn't get elected, the time they've been waiting for, going back to the 40s and 50s, to get the United States of America by the throat and turn it completely Marxist. It's happening. 90 days and counting. T-minus 90. We got Twisted Tampon Tim and we got Kamala Harris. We had the greatest president, Donald Trump, in American history. The greatest president. Okay? Undeniable. The greatest president, or one of them. One of them. Against the worst president, Joe Biden. Facts. The best and the worst. Kamala is worse than Biden. I didn't know I could ever say that. She's worse. Tim Walz is worse than Kamala, who's worse than Biden. He's a psycho, whacked out, sanctuary state, kid boys putting dresses on, putting it in the bathroom, tampons for little boys, the Queer Act or something, whatever, all that shit they did over there. The best and the worst. Then they wanted to put Joe Biden's face on Mount Rushmore. Put his ass cheeks on Mount Rushmore, okay? They want to put Joe Biden on Mount Rushmore. Put his ass on Mount Rushmore. All right? And put Kamala Harris's face in the middle of his ass. That's your Mount Rushmore, okay? Turn her face around. Turn her face around. So I had to get it in. It's been a couple days, 2-3 days. I wanted to put something out there. And then what I want to do is I want to talk about how with the Colombia Mafia and dealing with them and dealing with my godfather that was a enforcer and surviving these Colombos and psychopathic killers, and then talking to my godfather, sitting in the living room talking to him and talking, picking his brain and stuff, but I want to see, like, psychologically how when you're dealing with these guys that I thought were my friends, they're friendly with you, but they're still detached in their mind. They're detached. I think we're buddies, but they're detached still. They're detached, psychologically speaking. And some were, to the extent, some were psychopaths, but some weren't psychopaths, but they were still detached. And, he used to tell me, "What's wrong with you, Jojo? What's wrong with you?" The boss, Sam, the old man, used to say, "They're not your friends." Well, geez, we went, we gambled, we had a lot of fun, we had dinner. Wow, they're not your friends. So I was detached. They're detached, even though you're having fun. They're detached, They could stick up for you. They could do everything. But at the end of the day, that friendship, that traditional friendship bond that we all experience, is different with them. And we'll get into that. Yeah. They put the Kamala ads on my videos. They put the Kamala ads. I need all the ad revenue I can get, and now the little freaking 5 people I get are going to skip the ads. You see what this YouTube has done to me? You see what those censors have done to me, folks? They got to run Kamala ads on my videos. You can't make this stuff up. Can't make it up. But, yeah, this is the most radical ticket, president and VP ticket ever. Tara, you learned too much in your fraud journey? It's going to be like Mad Max in the Thunderdome. People are going to be breaking in other people's houses for a loaf of bread. Crime. Oh. They defunded the police. Good old Tim Walz got up there and said, nah, when people see police, then they want to react. So we don't want police anywhere because then it makes the criminals want to commit crime. That's what this bum said, Tampon Tim. Defund the police. We don't want them because it pisses off the criminals. And then they go commit crimes because they see a cop and they want to commit a crime. What? You'll see the videos, folks. You'll see the videos coming to a Fox station near you. You'll see the videos. Mm-hmm. Tim Walz's wife. The city's on fire. She goes on a podcast and says, the aroma of smoke and burning rubber. How nice that is. This psychopath wife, this Tampon Tim has. I could smell it. The city's burning down. They still didn't even call in. She made the video. They still hadn't called in the National Guard. They waited 4, 5, 6 days to call in the National Guard. And most of those businesses were small business owners that were black. They got annihilated. The smell of burning rubber in the air and burning smoke in the air. How romantic it is, Tampon Tim. Oh, honey, I'm in the mood. I love the smell of destruction. Put something sexy on, honey, while the smoke is in the air. Wow. Whoa. We're just asking for normalcy. We're not asking for anything else beyond normalcy. That's all. Just let's get back to normalcy. Good enough for me. Good enough for me. That's all. They've dirtied everything up that they possibly could. Because in the elections, if they lose both the House and the Senate and all of that, they know they're doomed. They know they're doomed. And they lose the presidency, their party's over. So they seen it coming. After Biden melted down on that debate, the Marxist, socialist, globalists said, we got a problem. George Soros, we have a problem. Obama, we have a problem. What are we going to do? Well, we got to get this Trump out of there. Boom. They missed. Now what do we do? Well, we got to wait. We got to ask Obama. Obama's got to ask Soros. Soros got to ask the other globalists. And we'll take it from there. Kamala didn't pick the VP candidate. Obama relayed the message from the globalists. Put this bum hack, Tampon Tim, in, the biggest psychopath radical known to mankind. Hook these two radicals up, and then we're going to go down one way or another. We can't put Josh Shapiro in because he's a Jew. We hate Israel. We hate the Jews. You thought they could have given their ticket a little more credence or credibility by putting him in there. Not a psychopathic radical perv like Tampon Tim. No, they're going all the way. They're going all the way. They're going all the way. They don't care. Well, let it ride. Push all in, let it ride. America's half retarded anyways. Let's see what happens. Let it ride. Let it ride. And what's at stake? The America that we know, or the communism that's coming. So that's that, folks. So I wanted to get that in. Tara, they got donations the minute they caught the ticket before with Kamala. Obama was on the phone. Boom, boom, boom. They could get as much money as they want without even speaking about policies on their ads. Just rhetoric. No foundation or substance. Biden, 40-year loser, political loser. Kamala, 30-year political loser. They got nothing to stand on but destruction and devastation. Donald Trump, just compare and contrast. You don't even have to be a fourth grader. You could be a fourth grader and understand. Billy, this is how this was. Billy, this is how this was. This is their record, and this is his record. Oh, that's easy. I want to go with this guy. If not, I don't know. Hit the like button, folks. You heard Frank Ferraro. The link is in the description. The link is in there somewhere. A link to the book, my memoir. It's a good read. A link to the Cash App. Help a guy out. This inflation is killing me. Yeah, Tara, that Schultz is a cutie pie too. We don't hear about his name a lot, but that Schultz is another cutie pie. Yeah. They were also in the discussion that Schultz was also in there with that Obama when they were with that Bezos and they were commiserating in the midst in the mix and come up with that money. But I actually think China and Russia, you think, would be applauding this, to a certain extent. That's great. Look what's going on in America. That's great. Look what's going on. But you have to step back and think for a second. You got psychopaths. You got all unrest all over the planet. And who is going to have their finger on that nuclear button? China and Russia are thinking, could this be World War III? The end of planet Earth. So they want to get in and jab and then go, well, hold on here. We're chilling in our country, China, Russia. We're chilling here. We're doing our thing. But once those nukes go in the air, you can only intercept so many of them. So they're, they want to destroy America. They want to make it communist. They want to make it Marxist. But then again, it's like we're holding a lot of wealth. China is holding a lot of wealth in America. You're going to destroy your wealth too. So I don't know. There's a lot of other stuff that you got to consider. So they might want to put Trump back in to protect some of their holdings and wealth before these knuckleheads, Tampon Tim and Kamala, get in. That's it. The stock market's going to crash. the depression, if we're already into a recession, the R word, we won't say the R word, we're already into a recession. And the more it's a tight race, the closer you get to the election and it's a tight race, the optimism and speculation in the stock market is speculation and optimism that there's green pastures waiting and this is going to be a great economic time of growth. No, they could see that these two are going to destroy it. So the higher the ratings for Tampon Tim and Kamala, as long as they maintain their approval ratings, the stock market's going to crash. Because investors and speculators and all the commodities and everything else are going, there's a major depression coming. Their stocks will be penny stocks when the depression comes. You better sell off now. You better sell off now. They're selling off in Walmart. They're selling off in a lot of major corporations. I don't know. They're devil worshippers, Tara. So, stock market's going to crash. $1 will be worth about 7 cents. And, well, just eliminate the middle class. And then what happens when you put everybody in the lower economic class? What happens then? They have to depend on the government for entitlements. So once you got the population depending on you to eat, they own you. And they'll agree with anything you do because they're the ones that are putting a couple of bologna sandwiches on your table. So, whoo, I think the stock market, unless Donald Trump's ratings go way higher than Kamala in the ratings, then maybe the stock market could stabilize because they're going, wow, we can buy these cheap stocks and they'll go higher if Trump. So there'll be a big buy-in. There'll be a big buy-in. Give me these stocks because it looks like Donald Trump's going to win and these stocks are going to go up 10%, 20%, 30%. Let's buy. Let's buy in. But as long as it's a tight race in the in the ratings in the polls, as long as the polls are neck and neck, there's no optimism in the stock market. They're going, geez, this Kamala Harris actually got a chance to win. We got to sell. Yeah. Yeah. So as long as the polls are close, the stock market is going to go right down to a possible crash. That's all. When you see the polls say Kamala Walz up 58, 55 to 45, when you see that, I'll tell you what, when you watch TV and go, oh, in the latest polls, Harris is beating Trump 55 to 45, watch the next day and watch how much the stock market loses. All right? Got a little homework for you good people. Watch. Yeah. Boom. Sell. So there you have it, folks. I want to get that off my chest. And I don't know. I think I've said enough. And some more ads are coming on. What is this? Another Kamala ad? They're real cute. My little voice, they got me censored. I can't get any more subscribers. They got me censored. And I'm talking about them hacks. So they put these Kamala ads in just to offset my voice. Little old me. Little old me. If they didn't censor me, I'd have had 20,000 subs, and then I would have had 100,000. They put my little voice out when I talked about that rodent grinder. You know. Yeah. What's up, Mario? You know how I do it over here, Mario. Trying to figure things out. That's all. Trying to figure it out. So, well, that'll do it, folks. That'll do it. No donation, so I'm going to call it quits. Yep. Supply and demand. So that's all right. Stay aware. Go vote Donald Trump or rot on the vine. Rot. That's all I could say, because you haven't seen anything else. You got these two extreme radicals that ever lived in America, and they're on the same ticket. You don't vote Republican? Inflation will be up. Everything will be high. And guess what else will rise too? The divorce rate. The divorce rate will rise because money problems cause stress and pressure in marriage and relationships. Money problems. Divorce rate will go up. Everything. Trump 7-5, Mario. Kamala's even money. Kamala's gonna win. Yep. You talk all you do whatever you want, Tara. Don't say you're sorry. Bring it. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Hold on. Wow. Hold on, since you're here. I gotta make some damn coffee, communist. Nobody wants to support my channel. Everybody's broke. Everybody's broke. Can't sell a book. Can't get a super chat. Can't sell a book. Wow. Everybody's fucking tapped out. Everybody's tapped out. All these motherfuckers. Yeah. All these bitches. Yeah. I'm not even apologizing for leaving the camera. I'm not even apologizing. There's no more apologies on here. No more apologies. It's crazy times, you gotta get crazy. I made some more coffee. Yeah. Instant coffee. I can't afford the other coffee. It's $11. The frick. Freaking crazy. So we'll see. What else you got? What do we got, Mario? What do you got for me, Super Mario? Oh, these demons. See, you see how they're promoting. The globalists are promoting Lucifer. Look at the Olympics. What they did with that Last Supper opening ceremony. Look what they did to Jesus Christ. The Last Supper. Look what the Olympics did to poor Jesus. Look what they did. Look what the Olympics did when they put that dude with a halter top in to fight the girl in the boxing. You see how perverted and demented these globalists are? That's the IOC. That's the IOC. Yeah. Pervert, whacked out. Jesus, Christians, they hate Christians, they hate Jesus. Putting men with halter tops in girls' dorms. If the girl don't like it, she gets kicked out of college and she can get charged for a hate crime. Oh, honey, it's your first day in the dorm. How'd it go? Ma, they put a guy in my dorm. Well, he put a halter top on and they said he was a girl. I went down to the manager of the dorms and she told me that I got to accept it or I'm going to get kicked out of school and I could get charged with a hate crime. What are you talking about, Sally? Yeah, that's what happened, Ma. Some guy, he got a halter top on and he's in my room. Holy cow. This is real. This is real. Yeah. Listen, Rocky Marciano, put a halter top on and go fight this girl. She's been training for the Olympics for 4 years. Then she's got to find out she's fighting a dude. Yeah, Mom, fighting a guy. Yeah. He hit her once. She said, enough's enough. Enough. Well, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. That's how twisted they are. That's how twisted. They got the Olympic diving, the platform diving. They're showing the diver's boyfriend, and then they're showing them kissing. Why, if that represents less than 1% of the population on planet Earth, why are they showing it to millions and millions of people if that's not approved and accepted by the majority? Why are they pushing this perverted, woke, transgender, Jesus hater stuff when most of the world is Christians? Most of the world is Christians. And most of the demographic of people, the population, aren't queer. So why are they putting it all out there? Because they're globalists, demonic, Luciferians, satanic, perverted, and they own all the media. They own all the media. Yeah. Well, Tara, they told the little boy, you could wear a dress and you want to be a girl, and we're going to get you indoctrinated. We're going to indoctrinate your brain in 3rd and 4th grade so you know what tampons are, and put a tampon machine in the boys' room in a public elementary school. Tampon Tim Walz, vice president candidate. What? What? Yeesh. Ooh, it's getting hot. It's getting hot. Who would think that this could happen in the United States of America? They've been trying since they let those Germans and Russian thinkers, those geniuses, even Einstein and Sigmund Freud and all these other big, great thinkers, were all from Marxist countries that came in. They came into our colleges, they came into our institutions, and they would teach some subjects before that were a little off the wall and outlandish about Marxism and socialism. Now they found a way to make it the major courses and spin it. Slowly and slowly and slowly, they gained ground and traction, and now it's the moment of truth. It's the moment of truth. I got my coffee. Freaking communists. So, yeah. What about an All in the Family? All in the Family sitcom that came out in the 1970s. In that opening song, they said, men were men and girls were girls. They were seeing this little slip in the 70s. We could sure use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Didn't need no welfare states. Everybody pulled their weight. Boy, All in the Family, they had it about right. Girls were girls and men were men. That was 45 years ago. They've seen the clues. Seen the clues appearing. Hollywood and the globalists, of course, they're infiltrated into Hollywood and movies and media and programming and all that. So they put all that stuff in, just like they put it into The Simpsons, you know, just like they showed the Twin Towers burning on the Simpsons. You know, they're cutie pies. They put it in your face, and then they laugh. That's all. What about they were cutting plea deals with the 9/11 terrorists? Huh? They're cutting plea deals with Sheikh Mohammed and all of them. Then the other guy above the Department of the DOJ, the other guy or something, has said, whoa, hold on here. What was there, 11 of them? They're trying to do this overnight release, this backdoor release, to cut plea deals with the 9/11 terrorists. They killed 3,000 people on 9/11. Okay? This is our government apparatus. They're cutting plea deals with the 9/11 terrorists. Oh, okay. Yep, you're right, Tara. Unbelievable. There was 250 of these known terrorists, violent terrorist groups that they watch that's around planet Earth. There's 250 on the watch list, okay? They already believe that 90 of them have already walked across the border into America already. What do they have up their sleeve? Wow. What government does, what kind of government allows that? And you're from a terrorist group, you don't need a driver's license, go to Minneapolis, just go up there and get free room and board. While you're at it, come in, all you terrorists. Listen, we're going to let you in. The door is open, and we're going to give you room and board. And if you're nice, we'll give you a driver's license too. Wow. This is the United States of America. This is the United States of America. Wow. Oklahoma's putting the Bibles back in the school. Yeah. They don't want you to say the Pledge of Allegiance. They want you to do the Heil Hitler. Oh, did you see this Tampon Tim? What he's doing on stage? He's doing the Heil sign. He's doing the Heil. Happy Phil, what's up? Tampon Tim Walz is doing the Heil. He's doing the Hitler. He's doing the Heil. Yeah. Watch them. They'll be campaigning. Watch him. He'll do the Heil for you 3 or 4 times. He might even get a magic marker and put a black freaking Hitler mustache in there. You never know. They're doing it right in your face now. They pushed all in. They pushed all in. They pushed all the chips in. The most scumbag radical, Kamala, all destruction in her wake. And then the next radical, Tampon Tim Walz, they got him on the same ticket. They pushed all in. They're saying, the globalists are like, we're really going to find out how retarded America is. We're going to really find out in 2024. We don't want Josh Shapiro, who would have been a good guy to balance that ticket. Honestly, he would have been a good guy to balance that ticket. But guess what? He was Jewish. They hate Jesus. So he can't play. We're going to push all in and go with, a couple of demonic characters. They said, well, we'll find out. Just for curiosity, we're all billionaires, but let's just push all in and let's just see what happens in America. Yeah, it's a tight race. Yeah, it's a tight race. They're campaigning on nothing. It's a tight race. They can't talk about policies because it wouldn't be in their best interest to talk about policies because they don't have any. And it's still a tight race. So the globalists knew it. They picked the biggest radical from a sanctuary state and said, let's try it. You want to try it, Soros? You want to try it, Bezos? Yeah, let's try it. Call Obama and let's put this crazy Tampon Tim on the ballot. Call him. Call Obama. Nancy Pelosi, forget about it. Call Obama and let's put this Tampon Tim on there and let's just sit back and just watch how real crazy this is gonna get. How far are they gonna take it? The two most radical people in American politics ever. Go watch Judge Joe Brown's videos and he'll tell you how Kamala Harris used to roll once upon a time in America. He's got the goods on her. Well, he's got the personal stories. Her political stories speak for themselves. It's just all destruction. But he's got some other stuff. They pulled some of his videos off, though. They pulled them off because there's censorship now. That's all. What am I talking about? I'm talking about politics, bro. I'm talking about the condition of America. IB good stuff. I'm talking about America getting flushed down the tank by radical communist Marxists. That's all. Yep. Happy Phil 80. The moment of truth is coming. T-minus 93 days. It's coming. It's coming to an election. To a polling station near you. Yeah, it's coming. There's not any middle class left. There's only a carcass of the middle class left now. So their Marxist agenda is separation of the classes. Make the total population dependent on the government, and then you can control the population, or you don't eat. That's what we're talking about, bro. Okay? If you're cool, it's good to have you in here. If you want to be a troll, get the fuck out. So that's the condition of America. Tampon Tim Walz, Kamala Harris. Even the radicals, even Bernie Sanders and them are like, whoa, ooh. And they usually have the print media. They got all the media, they got all the programming, they got all the networks, they got the newspapers, even the Los Angeles Times. Even the Los Angeles Times. So, well, hold on a second here. Hold on. California's already basking in the destruction of Kamala Harris and that scum state, California. Even the Los Angeles Times said, geez, things are bad enough already. Yeah. It's okay when one radical's trashing everything. Oh, yeah, yeah. Then another radical, Tampon Tim, comes along, and now they're really, well, yeah, rot. Everybody's already left California. Everybody already left Minnesota, Tampon Tim state. They ran. They replaced the regular citizens that ran for the hills after the riots and let all the immigrants in. Let's get rid of hardworking citizens. Let's get rid of them. They ran to Florida and everywhere else. And now let's allow all the immigrants in. And we'll give them room and board and driver's license and whatever they want. Free education. We'll give them that. We'll give them free health care. So let's just bring in a new population of illegal immigrants because the rest of the citizens ran for the hills. They had enough of Tampon Tim. Are you crazy? So there you have it. There you have it, folks. The dumbing down of America. We'll see. I've been waiting 40 years for this next election date. This election date. I could see slowly, little and little, they're getting these curveballs in. Even when I was little, watching Nixon and these guys, it's on my mind. Then when I got to college, I had these, I started writing papers and stuff. And then the professors would say, oh, geez, that's not, I said, that could happen someday, professor. That, give it another 10 or 20. That could happen here. I do more study on the stuff than the professors do. I studied everything. That's 4.0 all the way through 4.0, which isn't hard to do in the world of academia. It's not hard to do to get a 4.0. Just in today's world, all you need to get in college is a pencil. That's all. How do I qualify for college? Well, we got DEI. Well, you got a pencil? Come this way. Sign here. Sign here. Yeah. There you have it, folks. Just name calling, just like Trump. LOL, watchers are leaving. Bye. The dumbing down of America, folks. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Exhibit A. BMX, what's up? Yeah, they had a tornado going down in the streets of Buffalo. They had a little twister thing. It lasted a little thing, just like that. Little twister. They're doing but it caused a lot of damage. Yeah. Caused a lot of damage. Everything's upside down. So, what else we got? I'm going to tell the story about some of the folks want to hear a mob story. We'll do that tomorrow or the next day. And I want to talk about some psychological stuff about, behind the scenes in the mob, friendship, and the dynamics of all of that kind of stuff, some stuff that my godfather told me, and life moves fast, and then sometimes you think about things in retrospect. He said this or that, but and also when it comes to, he was an enforcer, but he was also security for a lot of big limit poker games. where they needed security because people tried to rob the poker games. So he'd have to be there, and sometimes it was inside people in these games that you can't just have a private game because somebody tells somebody else that, oh, there's a private game, there's going to be a ton of money there, and then some knucklehead says, oh, I'll try to rob the game, so we'll talk about that. What happened a couple times. I would wait outside, try to kill time. I could hustle, make a little money, but there was armed machine guns out in the rural area. So they needed security. So he wasn't just an enforcer, he was security. Because sometimes he even had another right-hand guy just in case, because there could be two guys that want to rob a game. So he had another guy, another ex-military guy, good in weapons, that was his right-hand man, because they could tell him, everybody chip in, and we got to pay security $4,000 or $5,000. They'll pay it. 8 people pay 600. We got to pay for security, or there's a chance. So he was a deterrent a lot of times inside, because then he'd be there, and then he'd know he's got another right-hand man, military. These guys got hand grenades, just like in Rochester. They had bombs. My uncle Russ got, God rest his soul, his car got blown up, and he had a wooden leg. As an old man, he had a wooden leg. Bombs. So crazy stuff. Very, very crazy. The government is worse than the mafia. Yep, the old crew was right. I could see it too back then, but that statement now is on steroids. The statement they made back then is on steroids, and I didn't, So, yeah, they had a lot of crazy games. A guy that's an old timer right now that I know, if you're watching this is about you. That up in Rochester, they robbed one of the games up there, but then they found out, or whatever. They found out it was 2 brothers, and they put them in the corner for disciplinary actions. They said, you got to stand in the corner now. So yeah, a lot of times there were people in the mob and these crews, they owed so much money they didn't care. Somehow word got leaked out, there's a card game, and it's like, oh geez, let's go make a score. They didn't make it. A lot of them didn't make it. They did not make it. You're out in the country, in a country site with a big beautiful house. They got security on these roads where there's just a car with somebody's teenage kid on a walkie-talkie saying, yeah, Dad, here comes this car or that. It's all surveillance. Better than they had better security then than they had for Donald Trump. At a mafia card game, you had better security then than the security they give for Donald Trump. Because if there was any suspicious stuff, I'd be out front waiting. Then I would go in when the card game started, and I could make money by bringing them food or whatever, drinks, and I could just work a game and make some good money. But they'd have a long driveway. I'd be down there smoking a cigarette, leaning on my car. And then another guy would say, come on, Joe, we're going to start. But until then, when cars would come in or something, they would already know. I'm thinking, there's a guy with a machine gun walking up. How do you know this car was coming? Because they had these, back then it was like walkie-talkie. And he'd come down. I'm like, and then here come another car, and then he'd look, and then it'd be cool. They would know. They would know the person, they'd know the car, or whatever, they'd know. Better security than the Secret Service. So, crazy stuff. I went one time, and I pulled, because they have parking and all this. I pulled up, there's a long driveway. I pulled up on the side. So I was waiting to get the approval to come up. Sometimes I would just go up, but I had just been waiting. This psychopath come down there charging me with a gun in his hand. I'm going, hey, Rick, and all this. I'm Sam, I'm Sam, blah, blah, blah. I'm his boy, So their security was better than the Secret Service. But they took a lot of shots at them. Some of them games, they came in, they tried to get that money. They got that money. They got 6, 7, 8 guys. They're buying in for 30,000. They're buying in for 20,000. There's 200,000 in the bank. 200,000. One guy, RB, one guy, SR, had 200,000 in his trunk. All in shoe boxes. Crazy. Well, that's it, folks. Hit the like button. Don't bother subscribing. They froze that. They censored me. There's a link in the description to the book. It's over there or over there. There's a Cash App. Hey, folks, there's a Cash App. Did anybody realize that? This inflation is killing me. This Bidenomics has got me broke. So there you have it, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see what happens. Other than that, Happy Phil 80. I think I need 200K in my trunk. I'll take just $200. Forget the K. So thanks for joining, Happy Phil. And I'm going to tell Charles Couple about those couple of those card games. That crazy card games. So I'll make sure I do that tomorrow or the next day. And that's that. Well, I'm going to keep pumping whether they censor me or not. What am I going to do? They got me censored. Thanks, Frank. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Super Mario. Where you been, buddy? Wyatt Earp. Tara, thank you, Tara, for your input. BMX. Thank you, folks. Joel Gold, Candinas, anybody that comes in here later and watches, thank you, folks. It's the truth serum. I've been censored, but you know what? I'm going to keep fighting. We got to keep fighting. That's all. That's all you can do. That's all. So, that's a wrap. That's all we can do. Stay strong. Be the kings and queens of your world. Rise up. There's stressful times. Don't start arguing with your spouse or your husband or wife, because this is what happens. Stress. And then you're peed off. And then a man might feel like he's not masculine if he can't. And he gets whacked out. And he thinks that he can't provide and support. This is all psychology and things like that. So keep our heads on straight. Okay? We can rise up. Politics is yes, but this is politics, but it's real boots on the ground. People are struggling to make ends meet. So you can ignore politics all you want, but that's the reason why you can't make ends meet. So people better wake up and become aware of it and go vote on November 4th, because that's a wrap. So, stay strong. If you're married, stay strong and unite together. Don't fight about money problems. I used to have couples counseling. Of course, there was physical problems in that, but a lot of relationships, money problems, money problems. And then the man sometimes thinks he's not man enough, and then he overreacts and gets pissed off because he thinks he's less of a man. He can't provide for his wife and kids, so that whacks him out, and it hurts his self-esteem and ego. So he lashes out and acts out, and he overcompensates, and then they're in the divorce court. So let's stay strong. Unite together, honey. We'll get through this. Unite together. Rise each other up, okay? So you get it all here, folks. I'm gonna need some donations. You know, I'm giving you guys free therapy too. All right. Tara, they should call it the mobster tax. Yeah, the Democrats are coming up with a new tax bill. They call it the mobster tax bill. It's the pickpocket bill. It's the pickpocket bill. All right. So there you have it, folks. Stay strong. Be the kings and queens of your world. Don't give up. We got to be aware, but be proactive. Stay strong, because Lucifer is having a hell of a run. Lucifer is having a hell of a run. But we're on the right team. Okay? We're on the right team. That's all you got to know. That's all you got to know. So they do everything they want to me, but I'm still pumping. I've been down a lot harder than YouTube censoring my channel. It pisses me off, yes, that I put a lot of work into it, but I've been down harder than those globalist bums that they are, censoring globalist bums. Because you talk smack about the Democrats, that's why Elon Musk bought Twitter and turned it into X. Now you got freedom of speech on X. YouTube, you got censorship. That's why I don't even have a subscriber button anymore. It's there, but it don't work. For what is it now, 4 or 5 months now? It's all right. I've been down harder, baby. So, all right, we'll leave it there, folks. If you could share my videos, share them. Some people hit the notification bell and they're not notified. Why? Because I'm censored. Propagandists, media. So there you have it. We'll get back. We'll talk about the mafia card game, or what, we'll talk about that. We'll get it in. And unwrap some of that craziness. I'd rather deal with the mafia than the Democrats. I feel safer with the mafia than this Democratic regime. Very easy statement. Very easy statement. All right, folks. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the summer. If you're struggling, stay strong. You got to stay strong. It's tough. I get crazy. I get mad. I get one check a month. It don't last. It's gone. That's it. It's a wrap. All right, folks. Have a good evening. Thanks for watching.